Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 8 of Galactic Science, a mud pack by Caitlin. So in the last episode, finished setting up all the farms. I got a good question from you guys asking if this was really necessary. Well, yes and no. Like it is a bit necessary because these things decompose in a lot of useful things and we still do need food on the moon. The sugar cane particularly, like all of these give special different elements, and once we have a decomposer decomposing all of this, it's going to let us craft pretty much everything that we want. And why I made multiple is that because with progressive automation we don't really have a choice. It's not like I could put 4 farms on the same machine. I could probably have put one machine and only one in front, but these things grow so slowly that I might as well put 8. I had all of the upgrade for it. Didn't cost me that much. So that's why I did that. This way I'm going to start getting a lot of stuff much faster. Let's go back in the base and let's look at downstairs. We also completely finished setting up the floor. Look at this. And a lot of cocoa again. And the cocoa, you guys know what it's for. It's still very useful. It decomposes into a lot of elements. Now the problem I'm having is that I'm getting tired of always stopping that decomposer and then putting things somewhere else. So I've decided that it was time to build a second decomposer. It's also time to start setting a command center. So here's one thing I want to do. Right here, this section in the middle, I want this to be my command center. Down here, I'm going to have other things that I'm going to put later machines, but I want to have a command center right here and have these machines right there. So I'm going to take these sorting barrel out and I'm going to bring them over to where I want my command center to be. So let me break all of these, grab everything. Just need to make sure that I grabbed everything. Nope, I'm missing 2. Whew, okay. So 5, I'm still missing 1 barrel. No, didn't I not have 6? Oh, it's stuck right there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to start using sorting like crazy. If I look at this here, I want to put, this is the straight line of my sorting coming here and 2 away, I think. Why 2 away? Because I'm going to have connectors and I want to keep my corner free. So like this, and I'm just going to do, I'm just going to do 1 high there, 2 high there, and 1 like this. Perfect. I'm just going to put down back a torch because I don't want to have any spawnable areas. And this is kind of how I see things being. And I'm going to make this a sorting barrel, sorting chest also, and I'm going to start transferring things automatically. So let's go upstairs. I think that we got some sorting upgrade. I just want to make sure that I have all of them. Right here, this is a filter. Oh, here, those sorting upgrades. Perfect. Anything interesting here? I don't want this. Nothing much interesting in here. Perfect. Let's go back downstairs. We should be good now. Oh, I didn't get rid of the wood. Let me just get rid of the wood. This and that we don't need, and I'm going to get rid of the dirt also. Perfect. Okay, so like I was saying, we want to start having a command center because in the last episode we didn't do a lot of quests, and I want to progress the quest a little bit more. So let's come here, and in why do all the work, I just wanted to come back in that one quickly. I still have these 2 I can do. This, I'm stuck until I have an alloy smelter, stuck until alloy smelter, and stuck until alloy smelter. Basically, these things is, let's do the electrical age first. Fed up of having to supply fuel to your machine? Got spare RF? This upgrade's for you. These machines will no longer require fuel, but require RF. Wants us to build an RF engine. So let me grab some gold and some iron, and do I have redstone? Yeah. Do I have more redstone is the question? Yeah, perfect. Oh, I love that the setup is completed there. Perfect. So let's look into RF engine. RF engine. Perfect. I need a block of redstone and then I should be good. Done. So reward, we get a second RF engine. So the way this works is you take one of these and you remove the stick, and instead you put this in. And now it's an RF engine. But this is crazy. The amount of power the planter uses, it's not balanced. There's really something wrong. Can I just recharge it in one of these? Can I? No, there's no way to recharge it there. I don't remember exactly how to recharge it. I think we get a charger at some point, or we could just connect a cable to the machine, because the moment you do that, you're then able to connect it. So let me check quickly. If I take a wooden killer, and we're going to go downstairs, we're going to put the wooden killer right next to this cable, and we're going to see it's not connecting. And I think that if I put this in, then it connects. And this recharges, and now I'm going to, just let it go up a little bit. No, that's already too much. I don't want to waste too much power. Sorry if I'm playing around, but I just want to show you something, and now I'm wasting a ton of power on something that's really not necessary. And I don't have a pick. Well, I do have a pick, but this one can put it in single mode, I guess, and break this. Okay. So let's move that out of the way, and let's go upstairs now. The upstairs is right here. And let's go hit this one. Let's go upstairs and hit the tree farm. I really want to give you a demo of how it is. Right now, each stick that I'm burning, each single stick is 1 block. If I do this and I go like that, oh, not the right one, this one. Look at how fast it's going down. For 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, 4 block, 5 block. Like, it's burning a crazy amount of power versus small single sticks like that. So unless I would be made out of power and generating a crazy ton of power, I have never used the RF engine. Even, I didn't want to put that there, sorry. Even when I was doing really good in my previous playthrough, I wasn't using that because, oh my god, because it just uses too much. Like, there's no balance to it. When one stick can take 1 block, and I think it's like 200 RF something per block when you're using power, makes no sense to me. No sense whatsoever. So, what do we do when we get those? We decompose them. But like I said, I'm done with sharing my decomposer. So I'm going to craft my first decomposer. Yeah, because the other one, did I get as a quest reward? I think I got as a quest reward. So let me grab this and a cobblestone stack right here, and we're going to craft a decomposer. A decomposer, I know the recipe pretty much by heart, but I want to show you guys. It's basically 7 iron and 1 redstone around the atomic manipulator. So not bad until you click the atomic manipulator and you discover that it's 8 piston and a block of iron. So let's make the block of iron, and then let's make the pistons. Perfect. Let's go here like that, and we'll grab the piston recipe like this. 8. Now let's make the atomic. And now let's make the decomposer. So it's expensive, but it's worth it because we're going to stop wasting time going left and right. And I'm going to put this, you know what? I've put this here to start playing with this, but it's going to get moved downstairs. So let me remove this. And I like having my chemical decomposer right here. I'm going to move that back here. And this is iron ore dust, which is the best level we can get. So let's just put that in for now. And we're going to, you guessed it, decompose these, because it's going to give me back all of the gold and all of the iron used to make them and all of the redstone. You don't lose anything. So by doing that, not only do I get all of my resource back, but I just doubled my resource because of the quest reward. So you have to be sneaky about these things. You have to make sure that you grab the quest reward, and things you don't need, you can always build later if you want to. I'm going to do this here, and this is going to give me back 18 redstone. And then I'm going to split the gold like this, and it's going to give me 4 gold ingot. And then the iron, I get 3 stacks of iron. Well, not 3 stacks, 3 stacks of the material to make iron, but that means 4, 8, 16 ingot. So I have 42 to 54. Oh, 42 to, no, sorry, it's 4, 8, 12, not 16. Whew. Learn how to count. Okay, so that's a quest done, and that's something taken care of. Next quest. Baby, don't hurt me. The killer is brutal. Don't want to get near that when it's running. But you can change that. These upgrades only make it angry at the bad guy. So that's a mob filter upgrade, which means you make sure to only kill mobs, not you. So mob filter upgrade. We're going to need to craft that. We need 4 stone, 2 gunpowder, 2 rotten flesh, and a block of redstone. So I'm going to look quickly, but I'm pretty sure I don't have a block of redstone. So I'm going to need 4 of these. Sorry, I don't have any rotten flesh, but you know what pack we're playing, so it's not going to be a problem. Let me go upstairs just to make sure. And while I'm at it, I'm trying to be better with my oxygen right now. So let me just grab some more oxygen. Let me go upstairs. No rotten flesh in here. No rotten flesh in here. No rotten flesh in here. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but then let's make some. We need Nodularine, which is C41, H60, N8, and O10. And we're going to want to make 2 of these. So we're going to need 2 stacks of C, 2 stacks of H, 16N, and a stack of O. Let's go downstairs. 2 stack of C. 1, 2. I'll just grab 1 stack of N for now because it's easier than having to click 16 times. And C and H is here. 1, 2. And O is here. Perfect. And let's go into here. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do mass clicking here because I'm not going to be able to use a book yet. C41 because I've never made it. C41. And then it's H60 and 8. So N8, O10, O10, and the H60. So let's remove 4 and just do that like this. And let's craft 2 Nodularine. Really? Oh, I didn't put the second stack of H. Perfect. But now, let's just put it in the book because that one I don't ever want to have to do again. This is a really annoying one. So I'm going to get to my microscope that I brought down here in my kind of command center, put the book and say scan Nodularine. Perfect. Now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to transform the Nodularine into rotten flesh, and I'm going to also scan my rotten flesh just in case. Perfect. So now I can craft my second upgrade. Block of redstone, like so. These 2. Oh, I forgot the gunpowder. So the gunpowder's upstairs. Yeah, I'm going to have to go upstairs to get my gunpowder. Before I go, let me just check in here, make sure this is finished. Yeah, so this is finished. Let me put the copper to continue breaking down resource. And we're going to be good. I don't know if I put the gunpowder in my book, so at the same time I'll put the gunpowder in my book. Let's go downstairs, back downstairs I should say, and let's go scan the gunpowder. It would be nice if it told you already in the book or not. And we can just make our upgrade now. So 2 like this, if I remember correctly, 2 like that. What am I doing? I can just do this and claim the quest. So now here I get a reward bag or a star. Let me just go look at the status of this star, because if you know, I've been using this power only for my oxygen. And let me grab this and look at it. And it still has 22 million RF. So I don't need another star yet. And by the time I need one, I'm probably going to be able to craft one. And I don't need to do anything here. I'm just wasting time. Let's go back in. So now I have everything to kill mob with a wooden killer. Use to kill things that are on top of it. Use filter upgrade to determine which type. So I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it right here like so. No, that's not a good call. Let me go up. The reason I say it's not a good call is that we know how the range work, right? The range work in a circle around. So if I'm putting it here, I'm not taking better advantage. So I'm going to put it right here. This way, if I put upgrades, it goes 1, 2, 3, like it goes around like this. And if I put a second set of upgrade, it's going to go all this way. And I'm going to put this in. Bad mobs. Oh, so it disappears. It's one that disappear. And what else was the quest reward giving? Let me go back to the book. A diamond sword. Where's my diamond sword? Huh. I got cheated out of my diamond sword. That's just crazy. Wait, let me go downstairs. Did it fall on the ground? Did I drop it? Am I just blind? Diamond. Oh no. Diamond. Okay, I guess I'm not allowed to get a diamond sword. So, first problem with this pack. The first time ever I didn't get a reward. Although, to be fair, it doesn't really matter that I'm not getting it because I can't put it in in that machine. And that machine will only accept a wooden sword because it's not upgraded to be able to do more than that. So let me just go like this and craft a wooden sword and put it in. And put a stack of stick. Oh, I'm about to run out of sticks, so I'm glad I came here to check on this. So let me put that right here. And like that. Let me put the wooden sword in here and and the stack of stick. So hopefully next time that I get some spiders, itsy bitsy spiders are going to get itsy bitsy killed. So let me finish making stick with that just to refill a little bit. Perfect. It's not a lot, but it should last us for a little while. Okay, so we've got these quests done, and now if we look at this quest line... Oh, I'm so dumb. I showed you what I wanted to do. Get the star or the reward bag, and I stop on that. I'm not going to get the star. I'm going to get the reward bag. Because you know my relationship with reward bag. Ooh, that is actually interesting. A glider. So a glider, for those who don't know, you put it in your hand like this, you run, you jump, and then you click. And if you hold the click, you fly. Like, let's go outside. I'm wasting time, but this is cool. This is actually something that's going to help in our exploration. Although it's not that hard to make. I could have made one, I think, if I wanted to. So jump and glide. And look at this. Once you're exploring for dungeon, this is epic because it makes all of your exploration faster. Because you don't have to walk, and I think you're not losing energy when you're doing this. So let's just do one little more pass and look here. See, no dungeon, but you can see that there are some cavern over here. And at some point, we're going to have to do this for a little while. We're going to have to go around and search for some dungeons because there are some mob boss on the moon. I think it's the Mega Super Creeper, which is really cool. Once you know how to beat him, he's pretty easy to beat, but it's a fun time beating him. So we're going to be coming back for sure and finding one at some point. And when you're falling, you can just activate it at the last time to not die. Like, I really love this. Let me just try and see. Yeah, see level 2i. So it gives you a diamond sword, but nothing that... I could decompose it, I guess, but I don't care for decomposing it, so I'll just put it there for now. And it's getting toward night, so I'm going to close back my door with this door stopper, the magic door stopper. Perfect. So if we look back at the quest, there's nothing left here that we can do until we progress to Mars. In storage solution, we could probably make these, but it's a lot of resource that I don't want to spend right now. Same for these, so there's no urgency for that. In the bad at math, we've started making some soul sand, so I could complete this quest, and I can complete fairly quickly. So let me just grab 10 of these, and I'm going to make another sieve because I don't want to be using, unless I have one upstairs, like I don't want to put it in the automatic sieve. Yeah, I did have one upstairs. So let me just save this quickly. And the reason I took only 10 is that I think quartz is 100% drop rate, and I should be able to get my 10 nether quartz like that. I don't know what I need it for, but the next time that I'm going to need a nether quartz, the first time I'm going to need a nether quartz, I'm going to have some already in my command center for crafting. And see, now I got, a gas tier. That's really good. I got a nether quartz and a gas tier, and sometimes you have a chance for an extra drop. So with 10, I got 12 quartz, nether quartz, and 1 gas tier. See, that's really good. I'm really happy about that. And then, that's the quest. I'm so happy I did that today. In the end, well, I'm sure you can make something better than that out of endstone. And you get to pick between a star harvester and a solar panel. And if I look at Star Harvester, the first time I played this through, I'm like, I won't get that before I get to Pluto. But once you're in Pluto, these sapphire are everywhere. And the Star Harvester, unless you get a really, really good star, it's not that much of a power. Like, it's not that crazy about power, because look, this is, I think, the best one that you can get. 2 billion, but it's still only 20 RF per tick, 15 RF per tick. This one's 160, but I don't think I never got a white dwarf. This one's 20, this one's 160, so I never got one of the good star, I guess. But even at 160, like, these are hard to make. We'll get to making one at some point, but you'll see that they're pretty hard. So I had taken that thinking, because I had taken the star in the one before, and I thought I was going to get 2 working, but it wasn't giving me much. But the solar panel one, you cannot craft. So now I'm going to take that, because I've opened up the ability of doing this quest line now. Doing the solar panel tier 2. Power of the sun. Kathleen, Kathleen, why did you make these solars so rare? Well, I guess Kathleen wants you to destroy the other planets as well. Unless you make the most out of these solar you can get. So maybe you can find these solar panels somewhere on another planet, but I've never found any. Let me look at what it costs to craft a tier 2. Solar panel. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be anytime soon. Yeah, block of dash. So not anytime soon. I'm going to safely tuck away this quest reward right here for a later time. Perfect. So we also got some endstone, which is good, and we're going to use the endstone later on. We already have some more endstone in here. I'm going to put it all in here, and we're going to use that when we get to the next step of our the next step of processing for Minecam. So let me just transform all of these into blocks. Perfect. I'm just going to get rid of some of the things like don't need any of this, don't need that. More iron, that's always good. Perfect. And don't need these two. Don't need that either. I'm going to safely tug these things away for later. Okay, so today, now that we've done all of these quests, in here we can move some more quests. We could get started on VAT or trash can, but that's not what I want to do. In the I was bad at math, now this side is completely finished except for this stupid quintuple compressed cobblestone. This is going to be long, and we're just going to concentrate on it a bit later. Then there's this whole section, which is like the next level of Minecam. That's when Minecam becomes crazy. But it's going to require a lot of resource and a lot of power. So I'm not really ready to do this. What I want to do is progress going to the moon. And to go to the moon, we need to do these things. So fabricating circuits. To start anything in Galacticraft, you're going to need some processing and machine. To start making more advanced machines, you're going to need a circuit fabricator. So it wants us to craft a circuit fabricator. That's what makes the wafers, I think they're called. So we're going to need 2 aluminum wire, 2 buttons, a furnace, a lever, and a redstone torch. So multiple step, but still easy. Do I have any aluminum wire? Yes, so I'm going to be able to save on that step. Then I'm going to need a redstone torch, and this I'm going to make those. I'm going to need buttons. Do I have 2 stones? 2 stones. I'm going to need also a furnace. I have everything to make a furnace. My 2 aluminum ingot. Do I have aluminum? Yeah. I'm starting to be close to running out, but I do have it for now. So let's do this. This, we're going to put 2 like this. So we can do this. and then do that. Perfect. Craft the circuit fabricator. Oh, what am I missing? Oh, the furnace. And the furnace. Now I should be good. Yes, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put the circuit fabricator down here because, you know, let's just put more machine on top of this. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, this is the thing I had forgotten quickly. But Galactic Craft has one problem that I don't like. Well, problem. I say problem. It's not really a problem. It's just something I don't like. Let's go here and put the machine down. This is the front of the machine. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Oh, what's this green thing here? That's an input port. And you can't change the configuration. So the input for power is here. So if I want to use this, now I'm going to go back here. I'm going to grab an extra wire that I'm going to put on top of this right here. Oh, not this machine. I said on top of this right here. And now I need to put it beside here. And you see now it connects. And it's getting power. So let's just claim that quest. Gives us 3 aluminum wire, a diamond. And the reason it gives you a diamond, you're going to need it for what you need to fabricate next. And I'm going to pick eeny, meeny, no, this one. Let me see if it's a good reward. And a filled fuel canister. You get so much fuel in this mod pack. Like, you need fuel to go up. I know that. But still, I wouldn't be expecting to get fuel every single time that I do something. Just seem to be getting fuel and fuel and fuel at every step. I think I have 3 of these canister plus a full tank. So that should be good to take us to the first planet. No problem. So the next step is compressed future. Rockets don't just require ingots, because that would look strange. They required compressed ingots. Make a compressor now to get started. We're going to get 3 blocks of iron, so I'm guessing this is going to be very expensive. And I say I'm guessing, but I know that it's expensive. So compressor, oxygen compressor, not that one. Oxygen decompressor, not that one. A compressor or an electric compressor. And the first I'm like, ooh, electric. I prefer doing electric. But that's not what the quest wants, first of all, and this is kind of expensive, and it needs power. So we're going to start with the first tier, and the first tier requires a basic wafer, a very damaged, well, just an anvil, a copper, and 6 aluminum. I don't think we have enough aluminum. We have 4 aluminum, and we have 15 aluminum here, so let me start breaking down the aluminum, because I need some aluminum faster. Let me just get some aluminum first that I'm going to cook. And while we're waiting for that, let's look at the wafer. So the basic wafer is made in the circuit fabricator with a diamond, which they gave us, silicon or raw silicon. We have so much raw silicon, we're going to use raw silicon, a redstone, and a redstone torch. So we got the diamond, we got the redstone, we got the redstone torch, and I'm just going to grab the raw meteoric iron, the raw silicon. And I grabbed all of it because I'm basically going to put all of it in here. That's all it ever takes here, raw silicon. Gonna put the diamond in here, gonna put 2 redstone in here, and 1 redstone torch in here. And I put 2 redstone because I know I'm going to need to craft something else right after. I'm going to wait for that. And, oh, there's another 4 copper right here. So I could also start cooking my copper. You know, I'm wasting time not cooking stuff, so let me dump this in there while I'm waiting for things to get processed. And 3 basic wafer. So that's quest. I'm going to be able to craft a compressor now. Oh no, I need the aluminum. So let me cook some aluminum. I just put the copper in there, but the aluminum's more urgent. So let's just do a swapperoonie, and let's go start making my anvil. So anvil, I'm going to need, okay, you don't want to make me shift click the anvil. Good. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to remove these, and then I'm going to put these on top here, and 1 anvil. Then I'm going to need 1 copper. I already have the copper on me. I'm going to need these 4 aluminum and the 2 more right here. Perfect. So 6 like this, 1 copper there, 1 anvil here, and a basic wafer right there gives us a compressor. I'm going to put the compressor right here. it doesn't have anything to connect. It doesn't use connectors at all. So let me claim that reward. I took the middle last time. I'm going to take the left one. And what do I get? Another fuel canister. Okay, this is a bit ridiculous. So let's look at the next quest. The next quest is Seal Mian. If you're wanting a place where you don't have to worry about filling your oxygen gear, an oxygen sealer is the thing for you. Provides a building full of oxygen. Then locked in. After you have your sealer, you're going to need a way to get in and out without letting all the air out. That's where airlocks come in. When made correctly, they will let as little air out as possible. I'll be fair with you guys, I did that in my last playthrough. It's super expensive, it's super hard to maintain, it's not really worth it. What I'll do is later on in this playthrough, I'll probably set a room which will be like a command center for everything / my room. And I'll make that one sealed. But I don't want to do it soon because it's really expensive and it's not worth the setup. What I want to do and finish today is the It's Not Rocket Science. So, well, maybe it is, but with these plans, which your father stole from NASA, you can create a NASA workbench. This allows you to create your own rocket. So basically, this is the workbench that lets you create all of the Galactic Craft stuff. So we need to craft the NASA workbench. Let's look at it. And if I search NASA, it's the only thing with the schematic that comes out. And it needs a advanced wafer and compressed steel. And you make compressed steel with 2 steel ingot or a compressed iron and 2 coal. But that's super expensive, guys. Don't ever do that. You want to get your own steel. And that recipe, you don't want to do that either because that's 4 coal around an iron ingot. Okay? But I can make it with 15 iron and 1 carbon. These carbon, so I just want to show you how crazy this is. This coal right here, I'm going to go and I'm going to decompose it. I don't need to decompose it, but I want to show you. I decompose it into 8. And this iron ingot, I decompose into 16. So let's do 8 steel. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like this. Let's come back around here. Put this in, and then we're going to say 1 carbon like this. 15 iron like this. And voila, 8 steel. This is so much better than the other way of crafting it. That's the way you make steel. Don't mistake using the other method. Like, this is really the only good way of making steel. So now I'm going to grab some carbon. I'm going to grab more than that. I'm going to grab 12 and I'm going to split it into fuel pellets. I'm going to refuel this and put the copper back in. And I'm going to fuel that. And I'm going to put the steel. I'm going to transform all of these steel into steel plate. And this is now compressing it. It's a bit slow. The electric one, the only thing different that it does is that it would do 2 at a time. So it would process resource faster. Do you hear the hammer in the background? I'm keeping quiet. So I like the sound of that machine. I think it's really cool. And it's funny, I said I'm going to make 8 because I wanted to have 2 left over, but I forgot that it's 1 for 1. It's 2 for 1, and I need 4 plate for the NASA workbench. So I'm not saving anything. I'm going to use all of them. Now I need an advanced wafer. An advanced wafer is in the circuit fabricator with a diamond, a redstone, the silicon, and this one's with a redstone repeater. So I'm going to need 2 redstone torch here, 1 here. So let's craft 3 redstone torch. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And what's, I never remember the repeater. 3 stone and 1 redstone. Do I still have stone? Oh, yes, but I'm starting to get low. So 3 stone, 1 redstone, 2 redstone torch like this. And I'm going to need 2 levers, so let's make these right now. Let's go grab a diamond somewhere. Yes, I do have a diamond somewhere. This is, oh, I'm having a power problem. I'm out of oxygen. Hydrogen. How is that possible? Okay, so yeah, I also had that. It means I'm at the point where I'm going to need to start making a better power setup, because the problem is I think that these things can these extractors can only feed 4 at a time. So we're going to address that later. I don't want to address it right now. I just want to move forward with that quest. So diamond, redstone repeater, that's going to make the advanced wafer. We're going to need 2 lever that I made, the redstone torch, a crafting table. Let's make a crafting table. And we're going to finish that quest. And after that quest, I'm going to do a small time lapse where I'm going to, well, manually fix my power problem. And I say manually because I don't want to make the setup like I want to do setups with you guys. I'm going to manually fix it, as in I'm going to help transfer stuff over, and I'm going to try and make the underground a bit bigger. So let me grab this advanced wafer, and we can come in here, and I think I can click this in and get the NASA Workbench. Perfect. So that's another quest completed, and we're going to take the right one this time. And a spawn enderman. I don't know why I get all excited about these rewards every time, because at the end of the day, they're never all that awesome. Let's put the copper back in, let's get all of this, and let's start some more aluminum cooking right now. Let's put the NASA Workbench down, because this is one nice piece of machinery. Boom! Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? And that's what you use to make your rocket. It shows you where to place the material. But, see? I only have the tier 1 rocket, which I don't want to craft. I need the schematic. Well, that's easy to get. It's the last quest we're going to do in this episode. Oh, I don't think we can even do it. 3 diamonds here. I thought I had more. Oh, yeah, okay. So I need 9 diamonds. And I put these in. Get a block of diamond. Get into the book. Back out of this and get into Silly Willy Space Junk. And this is the most important question here. Silly Willy went dungeon hunting. He now has pairs of schematic, but not enough diamond. So let's give him a block of diamond and get all of our schematics. So now we can come and right click in here, say next, put this in, unlock, put this in, unlock, put this in, unlock, and that one in unlock. And now they're all gone from my inventory. They don't disappear as you're doing them. But now tier 1 rocket, moon buggy, tier 2 rocket, cargo rocket, and tier 3 rocket. So we can now build all of these rocket. So if I look at the quest line now, and I go back to going up in the world, the next quest is refining that black gold. Now, to be able to adventure the universe, you need fuel, and for that you need to refine oil, and for that to work, you need a refinery. So we're going to continue working on that in the next episode, but let's now look at a tier 2 rocket. Tier 2 rocket. This is a tier 2 rocket. This is all that it needs. Nose cone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 heavy duty plate, 4 rocket fin, a tier 1 rocket engine, a tier, oh no, is that tier 1? Oh yeah, okay, the tier 2 used the tier 1 rocket and the tier 1 booster. But let's look at this. The nose cone is a redstone torch and some heavy duty plate tier 1. Heavy duty plate tier 1 is 2 compressed steel. So don't forget, each compressed steel, oh no, okay, it's 2 that makes 2. So for 1 plate, you need 1 compressed steel, which is 2 steel, 1 compressed aluminum, which is 2 aluminum, and 1 compressed bronze. What's compressed bronze? Well, compressed bronze is a compressed tin and a compressed copper, or 2 bronze ingot, and you can make 2 bronze ingot with 3 copper and 1 tin, or you can also make it like this with copper and tin. So that's probably the route we're going to do. I'm going to do a bit of research for what's the least expensive. So that's just for the nose cone. Then you need all of these tier 2 plate, and tier 2 plate is an heavy duty plate again with a compressed meteoric iron. Then the next step is the tier 1 booster, which is compressed meteoric iron, some heavy duty plate, an oxygen vent, and fill fuel canister. And then the rocket fins, more plate, more steel. And then finally the engine, more plate level 1 and some, like this basically is one of the easiest one to make. So we're talking about a crazy ton of of material. And what I'm not going to be able to do that in one episode, not even two, not even three, which is why we're going to start making our tier 2 rocket, even though it's there, and we're going to make the refining that black gold next episode, and then the fueler up next episode, and then the thermal equipment next episode, and just slowly make all of these to try and get to that material. And what I'm going to do is that for next episode, I'm going to have a material count of everything that we need, just like I usually do. So I'll go on the screen like this, and I'll put page 1, 2, 3, and show you the count of all the material that we need. And for all of that material that we need, I'm going to keep the list, and every episode break down how much of each I have and how far I'm ahead on the rocket, and try to get to a point where the rocket is completed. I also have an idea of how to build it, which I think is going to be cool, that I'm going to start in a time lapse, because I kind of want to keep it secret until I show it to you. Well, if you listen to the time lapse, you're going to see it, but then you can see it completed in another episode. So in my time lapse, I'm going to go downstairs here, and I'm going to go this a little lower, because I want all of my floors to be 7 high. So I'm going to use as much of this RR pickaxe as I have left to try and break this all down and make it a little bigger so I have more space. And I'm going to start making some more sorting barrel and use some gold to make them sorting, because I want to start putting stuff in here. Like if you look at this, let's say I take half the redstone, half the coal, half the glowstone. So coal, glowstone, redstone. Now if I take all of the material, all of the rest, and I come into this sorting barrel and click them in, they all disappear and go in the right place. So that's why this is going to be all of my material that I use for crafting. Same thing for iron and gold and copper and aluminum. I'm just going to put the ingot right here like so. And then I can throw everything in there, and they're going to get sorted in the right place. So I always have the count of all of my material. But I'm going to connect these in the next episode. But I'm going to get everything ready so that after this time lapse, I can go underground and start setting everything up that I wanted to set. And also how to fix my power. So guys, this is where I'm going to end this episode, and you know where we're going for the next one. This is my biggest accomplishment in this episode. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now!